Mic check, mic check. 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 Mic check.
Where's Mom Dad?
Mic check.
Game time! Game time!
Well, we would be in the parking lot when we were walking up, so sorry. Well, I don't think they've had games before this.
Good afternoon. It is October 30th. We are here at Creekside Baseball Complex for the TopGun Select Invitational Tournament. This is the first pool play game for the Select Fastpitch 22-23 Byrn team. They'll be matching up against TopGun 16 National. Starting pitcher for Select is Taylor Cruz, number 11, a 2023 out of Baser, Kansas. First base is Katie Gray, a 2022 out of Lansing, Kansas. Starting catcher for Select is Kylie Brockman, a 2023 from Piper, Kansas, wearing the 23 jersey. Sierra Hoekstra, playing third. Emma Durer, playing shortstop, number 32. Both of those are 2022s, and Amanda Knudsen is a 2023 out of Lansing, Kansas. She's playing second base. First pitch. First pitch strike. Outfield today is center field Neela Seaton, a 2023 out of Baser, Kansas. Second pitch strike. Looks like we have Annie Warburg in right field and Kenny Giddens in left field. Kennedy is at 23 and Annie's at 22. There's a foul ball. Outside pitch.
Come on, kid, protect.
And she gets a strikeout. Taylor first batter up for the inning and ends in results in a strikeout. Next up for TopGun 16 National is Herman, number 8. Probably going to be their starting pitcher today.
Oh, nice spot, kid.
Taylor just barely missing on that inside. Swinging strike for pitch number 2. And a dead ball.
Working hard here.
Next up is number 4 for TopGun 16 National. Starts first pitch strike. T getting that low rise to stay in the zone. Ooh, and that second pitch change up for the called strike. Batter's now down 0-2.
Hey, expect it here.
Slow chopper gets the force at 2. And on the overthrow, Katie grabs the ball, tries to gun the runner down. And the overthrow to second base. The base runner on the fielder's choice will score, making the score 1-0. TopGun, 2 outs. Unfortunate play. This is a new complex. Turf fields for the infield and grass outfield. There's a snow fence put up at 200 foot on the outfield. First pitch changeup on strike on the outside corner. We are joined today commentating with Chad Kelly. Hello, Chad.
Hello, Jared. That'll brush your back off the plate a little.
That's for sure. Both sides of the plate, as Mike likes to say. Outside curveball.
She seems to be fairly dialed in, at least early on.
Let's hope that continues. Kylie Brockman behind the dish, moving quick. Swinging pitch on
Beautiful
the third.
pitch.
Gets out of the inning with a strong pitching debut. I'm sure Mike will have some words to say on the errant throws there and clean it up a little bit. Going into the bottom of the first inning, it is TopGun 16 National 1 versus 0 for Select. Oh, and I was wrong. It is not Haley Herman pitching for TopGun. Looks like we have number 21. Beautiful day today.
If you're a fan of the sport, if you play the sport, there is no better day than today to be out. Perfect weather, slight breeze, not a cloud in the sky.
Big difference than 2 weeks ago when it was windy and 40.
I did not leave my basement.
Leading off today for Select in the bottom of the first will be Sierra Hoekstra wearing the 8 jersey. Sierra is a 2022, playing third base today. Also plays middle infield. She is a left-handed hitter and a right-handed thrower.
I hear those are the best players. Instead of just left to left like others. Nobody in particular. All right.
This will be Select's first time matching up against this TopGun national team. Let's see how they do. Pitcher rolling it up for ball one. I believe that was a ball on the outside.
That was a ball.
2-0 count to Sierra. Ball 3. 3-0 count. Let's see if Mike gives her the green light.
This puts her in a great position. Good hitters count.
I can't text her the name of my phone.
3-1 now.
Oh, and Sierra drives it
That one
down the middle. Over for the home run.
That was just about dead center. Beautiful hit.
That's what you do with the 3-1 count, 3-0 count.
In a perfect position. Good hitters count. Pitcher made a mistake and she made her pay.
Good start for Select, tying up the game 1-1 in the bottom of the first. No outs. Next up is Amanda Knutson from Lansing, Kansas, wearing the 18 jersey. Amanda's playing second base today as a middle infielder, 2023 graduate.
Great kid and a great player.
Amanda's got speed for days, that's for sure.
Tough as nails.
She watches that low outside ball. Taking the cut for strike one. 1-1 count.
I got fooled a little bit on that. I think she was looking for something else.
Same pitch. Same result. Pitcher seems to be throwing a drop ball. She fights it off, right back to the pitcher. First base makes the stretch and gets the out. 1 out on the inning.
Pitcher made a nice play, did her job.
Next up for select is a 2022 from Eudora, Kansas. Wearing the 32 jersey is Emma Durr. Emma is playing shortstop today. Also a middle infielder and center fielder.
And has been known to stretch the fence.
There are a lot of those on this team. Watches strike one.
Little on her hands. I'm not sure she could have done a lot with that one anyway. See if she adjusts.
Catcher sets up on the out. And pitcher misses. Can't quite read that pitcher's left sleeve, but it looks like she's either a 22 or 23. Misses upstairs with the rise
23,
ball.
I believe, Jared.
Okay. Rolling the drop ball in.
She might have picked up a perfect 10-1 spare with that ball. $7-10 spare.
All right, Emma earns that walk. Good at bat for her. With 1 out on the inning, next up is Katie Gray, another Lansing high school player with a 2022 graduation. Katie's playing first base today. Katie also is a power lifter in the winter season. Watches ball 1 low.
Good play discipline on that pitch.
Emma at first is a speed threat, so we'll see if
speed
Mike
on first and power at the plate. I look for something to happen here.
And the runner goes. She's safe. Would have beat the throw anyway.
I'm not sure that throw was right on target, but I don't think it would have mattered.
I agree. Katie with a runner in scoring position. 2-0 count. Misses low inside. Mike giving the go nuclear sign.
Were those launch codes?
The football nuclear.
I missed it. Oh. I think that was a good. Yeah, you didn't want that one.
Yep, she's looking for something a little bit more down. She sends it in play. Short makes a good play. Advances the runner to the third.
Got Emma to third. Just a tad off there. Looked like she may have swung and dipped just as she swung and clipped it.
Yeah, I agree. Next up for select 22-23 Byrn is Kylie Brockman. Kylie's from Piper, Kansas. Graduates in 2023, and she's playing catcher today. Also a utility player.
Let's see if she can get Emma in.
Watching ball 1 low inside. Kylie was very hot last tournament. She had multiple home runs. She hit home runs each day of the tournament 2 weeks ago.
Nice to have that streak extended. So far as passed on those two low balls.
Mike
Runner
likes
maybe
2
making
out.
the pitcher nervous.
Oh yeah, Mike does like 2 out hitting. So let's see if Kylie can come through for coach. Fouls that one back. 2-1 count.
Be on time, kid. Here we go.
Kylie is also a power lifter in the winter season, and she broke several freshman records last year. Kylie sends it up the shallow center and gets the 3rd out of the inning.
Just a tad underneath.
Through 1, we are tied at 1 apiece.
I think they got a good look at the pitcher and make some adjustments for next at bat for those first 4 or 5 for select.
You can always tell when Mike's a little upset. He has that slow walk. Anytime there's runners on base and we don't get them in.
He's either contemplating the meaning of life or he's trying to figure out what not to say. Did you already announce our coaching staff?
I have not, Chad. Would you like to go ahead?
I'm sorry?
Would you like to go ahead?
Sure. Head coach would be Mike Byrn, extraordinaire. Coached a long time. Great head coach. Assistant coach, you've bumped into occasionally.
I might know her.
Yes, Christy Cruz. Next assistant is Mike's daughter, Morgan. She played for UMKC, shortstop. Played 3 years, I think, her first 3.
That is correct.
Great hitter, great fielder, good coach. And then the newest addition to the coaching staff is a person that I bump into from time to time.
You might know her, yeah.
Is my daughter, Reagan Kelly. Former player, now moving on to coaching.
Former player under Mike also.
Yes. Yes, and at times I think she'd rather have Mike for a dad than the one she's got. But I can't help her with her.
All right, here we go, top of 2. Taylor Cruz still on the pitcher mat. Second batter she's hit on the inside. Not the start that the coaches wanted for the inning. With a little bit of struggle here to start the second inning. First pitch ball to the batter.
Follow line drive.
Yep. Looks like the runner's going to get 2 on that, and the hit batter will stay on 3. Taylor guided that one in, and batter saw the mistake and drove it.
Solid hit to center right. Nice throw back to third, though.
Number 13 up to bat now for TopGun. Pass ball by catcher, scores that runner on third, and the second base runner advances to third. Time for Select to show some fight and get out of this inning. Let's get it started.
having watched Taylor over the years, whenever there was a little bit of a struggle, she's found a way to get back. So I'm sure
jams the base, jams the hitter on the inside and gets out at first. Emma Durr with the throw it across and scores the RBI on the play. One down, base is empty.
Nice pitch to get her jammed.
Makes the score 3-1. Top Gun over Select.
And the slate is clean now, so. Yeah, that's a nice pitch there.
Taylor starting to dial it in a little bit, settle down. Jams are on the inside. A tough play for second base. Amanda with the lays out for that little mini flare and barely misses it.
Tough ball to pick.
Great hustle by the second baseman.
Great hustle. I've watched Amanda for a few years as well, and she is extremely hardworking and just about had that one.
It's nice to see Taylor go back on the inside there, even after hitting a batter early in the inning.
I think she's settling in, man.
Hits that outside curveball for strike. Ooh, line drive to third base and the double play on the inning. Sierra Hoekstra to Katie Gray.
Great play. Good way to get out of an inning. Started off a little rough, but as usual, Taylor, she'll right the ship.
Next will be Select up to bat in the bottom of the second inning. They are down now 3-1.
What do you think of this facility?
You know, I was told that it's brand new. It just opened this last summer, so it's fairly broken in now, and it's beautiful. I mean, you can't see it from the live stream, but the lights are high-powered LEDs, and I can't wait to see it at nighttime.
I like the spacing. The fields are not so packed together that a simple foul ball will give 3 people concussions.
It's always good not have to wear helmets when you're a spectator.
Nice layout, although Nick Gray and I were talking as we were walking back over here. I did not see a whole lot of drains on the concrete, so might get some serious current during a rainstorm down the middle of this concrete. But I mean, it's laid out real nice.
Yeah. Well, luckily we won't have to worry, hopefully, about that this weekend.
And a beautiful fall day, so you see all the trees and stuff turning. So.
All right, to lead off, Select in the bottom of the second inning is Mila Seaton, number 9. Mila is a 2023. She's a middle infielder, outfielder, plays center, short. She's a Baser Linwood Bobcat. Watches that inside ball 1.
With a multicolored infield, it does throw you off a little bit to see the base. The base is, a little further in because it's a baseball field.
Yeah, visually.
It's. You see the girls, the infielder standing on the green, and you wonder. Oh,
Mila hits the 2-1 ball.
A little ahead of that one.
Yeah, just barely rolled over down to third base for the out. Next up for Select is number 2, Madison Walker. Madison Walker is also a 2023 graduate. She's playing first and third for Select. And I believe she's the DH today.
Okay, be patient. Come on, man.
Takes strike one on the outside corner.
Just caught that corner. Tough one if you're a batter.
Doesn't chase the rise on the outside. 1-1 count. Well, we've seen a rise ball, a drop ball from this pitcher. So that one clipping the outside batter box, chalk line. Missing inside, 31 count to Madison.
Seen that rolling drop ball several times.
I'm not sure which pitch it is they're calling when she does that. I'm assuming it's a drop ball.
Maybe a change. I don't know. Good discipline at the plate and earned herself a walk.
Yep, one out on the inning. Madison on first. Next up for select is a 2022 out of Lawrence, Kansas. She's on the defending 6A state championship Lawrence Free State softball team. That's Kaylee Richardson. Kaylee is a first base and also pitcher. Kaylee is a power hitter.
There are numerous balls in the state of Kansas that no longer have seams because of Kaylee Richardson.
She does hit some long balls.
Had the opportunity to watch her over the years as well, and she can smoke them. A lot of power.
1-1 count now. We're here in the bottom of the second inning, and select is down 3-1 to TopGun 16 National. And the changeup.
Fooled her on the changeup.
That's the first time we've seen that effective today.
Not a bad change though. I mean, had her looking for one thing and fooled her.
1-2 count now for Kaylee. Gonna have to protect. She tried to go to it again and missed.
Went to the well a second time.
Kaylee saw what she liked. She swung, sends it deep. Oh, and it's, I can't tell. Looks like it. Oh, it stayed in the field of play. Madison rounding 3, going home.
That was as close to a home run as you could get.
I honestly thought it might have hit the glove and went over, but from this angle, I guess it stayed in the play.
Left fielder is limping around a little bit. I hope she's okay. Kaylee hit a solid shot.
Stand-up double for RBI double for Kaylee on the hit.
Drove a run home and did it in style.
It makes the score now select 2, TopGun 3 in the bottom of the second inning. 2 outs on the inning with runner in scoring position. Next up for select is Annie Borberg, a 2022. She's a middle infielder, utility outfielder. And I like her shoes.
They are snazzy. Whatever that pitch is, she keeps going to it and having similar results. Usually comes across pretty low on the plate, and maybe they're going to talk to her about it now.
Oh, yep, here comes the coach out to talk to the pitcher. That's one thing we haven't really seen yet, is I'm not sure if how stable that mat is for the pitchers out there, if it's sliding at all or It doesn't seem to be moving, but
Yeah, that's why I was going to point out the multicolored field, because it throws off your perception, and just letting everybody know that it is a baseball field and not softball, so they have a mat out there instead. So for the most part, it seems like, you know, Taylor is doing a good job pitching from it. Don't know, maybe it's bothering their pitcher though.
could be, could be.
Not having to step off the rubber into a giant hole like a lot of the times, but
All right, we're back, and it's 2 balls, no strikes to Annie. Annie's one of the new additions to the Select 22-23 Byrn team. Oh, Annie takes a good cut, sending it back foul.
Mike is always real good about how the hitting mechanics go while he's coaching third. Let's see if his advice helps her out a little here.
2-1 count, swinging on the changeup. Catcher thought it was strike 3, but it's just 2.
Still only 2.
Making the count 2-2 now. 2 outs on the inning with Kaylee Richardson at second base. And another changeup for
She's
strike
not
3.
thrown that changeup a lot, but when she's thrown it and it's on, it's not bad.
2 down now, and up is the speedster for Select. Kennedy Gittens, number 3. Outfielder and also a lefty slapper. She's a 2023 graduate. We'll see how the defense plays her on this. Looks like the outfield's moving in.
Yeah, and third base is creeping up the well.
Kennedy takes strike 1 on the inside.
Be interesting to see what Mike dials up for Kennedy.
Kennedy's been working on her power game too, so that'll be interesting. She takes a swing. Looks like it fouled off. Oh, 2 count now. Oh, third strike. Catcher drops it, but throws out the first. We are through 2 innings. Another base runner stranded on the bases for Mike's team, making the score 3 for TopGun and 2 for Select.
Still a very tight, competitive game, and just the only difference right now is just a number of mistakes.
Yeah, a couple errors on Select.
The girl in the black there has the official count. I guess I should have turned that off. But you got to hear an interesting conversation between me and the umpire. Seemed like a nice fella. Name is Jerry. He's father of 4, resides in Overland Park, I'm guessing.
I hear he likes Fords also.
Does he? Well, he can't go too wrong there.
Top of 3, Taylor Cruz still to pitch for Select. Doesn't look like any defensive substitutions.
Looks the same to me.
This TopGun team faced the Select 15s in that last tournament 2 weeks ago, and they were highly offensive that game, putting it on our younger 15s, putting up 14 or 15 runs.
They do seem to be very talented and well coached.
Taylor with the first pitch strike to start the inning. Ooh, Taylor goes downstairs with the drop ball. It's the first time we've seen that today.
He fooled the batter. Did his job. Gave her something else to think about, too.
We'll see what pitching coach dials up. Goes upstairs again and gets her to chase.
Yep.
Pop out to right field, Annie Borberg on the play.
Nice at that pitching from Taylor to come, back from the inning. So she's picking up where she left off the last inning, and
second batter
solid
up.
job there. Oh, that was pretty.
Kylie setting up inside. Taylor hitting that target for strike one.
Once again, she has a batter at 2-0.
Or 0-2.
Oh, you're right, 0-2. Sorry. I'm dyslexic. I can't help it.
Tries to go upstairs with the rise ball and misses.
Definitely 0-2. Oh, man.
Kylie sets up inside. Misses low. 2-2 count. Top of 3. TopGun still leading 3-2 over Select. 2 outs on the inning. And the batter
Nice
hits a
pitch.
chopper to third. Sierra Hoekstra throws at first base
Nice fielding. Nice throw.
for the second out of the inning.
I love it when hard plays look routine.
You never know what it's going to do on this turf with the spin and the bounce. It's a good play by Sierra.
It really is a different game, and I said that when Reagan would play on it. She loved playing on it. It was faster. Catches a little divot or something, just never know.
Back to the lead, top of the order for TopGun is the leadoff hitter, number 12. Watches ball one on the outside. Trying to get her to chase on the drop ball. Ball 2. Hits on the outside corner. Two 1 count. 2 outs on the inning. Change up. Back to the pitcher. Taylor makes the play to Katie Gray for the third out of the inning.
Very nice. Taylor made that inning look pretty easy. Nice pitching, and when she got a chance to field, those balls straight back to the pitcher and then throw to first. Those aren't always easy, especially when you got somebody who's obviously that fast.
Yeah, a lot of speed at the leadoff position, and coming off slow off the bat like that, you got to feel as a pitcher you got to rush it, but you got to take the time, make a good play, and she did it.
Smooth as fast. Now we'll see if we can't get some bats going here. Down 1, and this the top of the third or fourth?
Bottom.
Sorry.
Bottom of the third.
Bottom of the third. That's what it is. That's right.
Select being the home team today. And it looks like we're back to our leadoff. Sierra Hoekstra, number 8, playing third today. She hit that home run in the first inning.
We'll see how they pitch her this time. Do they change anything up, or just try not to make any mistakes?
I'm anticipating a steady dose of changeups.
Perhaps.
TopGun coach is backing up the outfield.
A little gamesmanship, maybe. Pitcher making the batter wait, batter making the pitcher wait.
Misses outside for ball 1. On deck for select is speedster Amanda Knutson from Lansing. There's that infamous bowling pitch.
Yes. Almost feel like I should be wearing my league shirt today.
Kingpin. Misses inside. 30. 3-0 count now.
Once again, they've got her in a great hitter's count.
It's almost a carbon copy of the first inning.
It is.
And 4 straight pitches, 4 balls.
Did not gave her four non-pitches really. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but they did not want her hitting again.
I'm tending to agree with you. All right, Amanda up to bat now, number 18, a 2023 graduate. Gets a sign from Coach Byrn at third. No outs on the inning. Sierra Hoekstra at first base. Misses upstairs. Let's see what Mike dials up here.
Amanda does have speed and power. She's definitely a threat to bunt and or hit it over.
Runner goes. I believe she would have been safe anyway, but the catcher again off the mark.
And once again, that looks like she was, I don't know, 4 or 5 feet to the right of second base, head short. And I don't know if that's because the field is throwing her off, the perception, or just a mistake.
Yeah, 2 throws now we've seen but do the same thing. Amanda has a runner in scoring position now. Watches outside for strike. Misses inside low. Oh, and a delayed steal. Oh, and got her.
Oh, got her.
Good play by the pitcher.
Heads up play by TopGun.
1 out now on the inning. And a walk for Amanda. Next up for select is 2022 graduate from Eudora, Kansas, Emma Durr.
I would fully expect Amanda to be at second. Pretty fast here.
Yeah, lots of speed. Misses low inside. She may not even need a sign to do it. May just wait for a bowling pitch to read and go.
Yeah, I think one of those 7-10 splits are a sure telltale sign you should be on second.
Emma holds off on the inside rise ball. Two-0 count. 1 out on the inning. Select down 3-2. The bottom of the third. Local time is 4:08.
I'm saying Amanda's going. Yep.
Amanda goes. The throw, and Amanda beats the throw.
Yeah. Not surprising on that one. I was looking for that, about that actually.
I believe that's her second stolen base on the day.
For Amanda? No, that'd be her first.
First?
I believe her first at-bat was a strikeout. No, it was a hit back to the pitcher.
Okay. You've got a better memory with me. 3-0 tick strike down the middle. 3-1 count now. The man at scoring position at second. Ooh. Looked a little low to me, but strike two. Full count now.
Emma thought so as well.
And she walks strike three on the outside.
I didn't see that, but okay.
All right, 2 outs now for Select. Up now is Katie Gray, a 2022 graduate out of Lansing, Kansas. Plays the corners defensively. Swings at strike one. Holds off on that one.
She thought about it, but
good discipline.
Good discipline.
Good adjustment. 1-1 count now to Katie.
Those pitches are always tempting for batters.
Swings at the outside for strike two. Good
that
take.
Looked almost the same spot it was for Emma the last at bat.
I agree with that.
I thought that was going to be a strikeout, but glad it wasn't.
Katie fighting back to a 2-2 count. Gets her on the changeup. Another base runner stranded for Select.
It's hard for me to see, but that looked inside to me.
Especially when the catcher set up on the outside and it hit on the inside. So it was a miss by the pitcher, but sometimes the misses are strikes too.
Long walk back to the dugout for Mike. Very quiet, long walk.
Going to the top of the four now. Select is down 3-2 to TopGun 16 National. Taylor's still pitching for Select.
Taylor really has done a pretty good job in this game. Couple misses in the second inning, top of the second inning, but nothing so bad that she didn't right herself. Overall, without a couple of errors here or there, I think we'd be actually in the lead.
Yeah, we just got to clean up the defense and get the offensive to come through with the base runners in scoring position. Hits
Beautiful
the first pitch strike. Curveball, inside curveball, jams Haley. And Amanda makes the tough play at second base on the pop fly in the sun.
That ball was a lot harder than it looked to catch. It was drifting and right into the sun, and she tracked it really well. Once again, when hard plays are made to look easy, that's always nice to see.
Second batter of the inning. Taylor buries a changeup for a ball. Fouls off the outside curveball.
That was a dugout check there, Jared. Yeah. Pretty sure they're all awake now.
Taylor, I guess, missed on the outside corner. 2-1 count. .31 now the count. Not one to give the cleanup anything solid to hit. Walks her. One out in the inning. Top of the 4.
Still 3-2, I believe.
That is correct. Taylor just missing low. Checks on the changeup, check swing, and field ump says no.
Batter held off. It was close though.
2-0 count. .30 to the hitter. Hitters count.
Beautiful pitch.
2 straight strikes. Taylor hitting that outside corner. See what the full count pitch is. Just missed upstairs. Good discipline on the hitter.
Yeah, it's hard to fault the batter for that. That was a ball that was meant to tempt her, and she didn't fall for it.
Flex is running for the DP.
One out now for Select. TopGun has runners on first and second. Let's see if Select can turn a double play again. And we no. Off the glove, Amanda at second. That'll be ruled as an error.
Bit of a bounce before it got to her, and she did not handle it.
Tough play. Base is now loaded for TopGun. One out on the inning. Sierra goes 3. Kylie goes 1. No. No
Nice
double
force
play.
at home.
You're right. Got the force at home. Runner did not score.
She really squared for that throw too, to make sure everything was perfect, and they threw on the opposite side of the runner. Really good execution. That also is one of those plays that looks like they're just playing catch, but the reality is it's a lot harder than that.
Taylor doing a good job to keep that ball down and get a ground ball out of it. 2 outs now for Taylor. Base is still loaded. Ooh, outside curveball for a swinging miss, strike.
Actually had the batter reaching a little bit on that.
Kylie working behind the dish on the changeup.
Any pass ball here is obviously going to be a big deal.
The distance is probably about 20, 30 feet back to this concrete backstop.
Yeah.
One count now. Chopper to third. Oh, and Katie Gray with a leaping stretch.
There was some air underneath Katie.
3 outs now on the inning. Taylor getting out of that. No run scored.
I don't know why she just didn't touch third. That was a bend but don't break defense there.
A lot like the Chiefs' defense of years past.
Still down a run, so we're gotta find a way to score.
Yeah, and I'm not quite sure. I didn't get game time starts, so I'm not quite sure how much time is left.
Last time I checked, the one with the most runs at the end of the game still wins, and we're not there yet, so.
Kylie Brockman will be leading off the inning for Select. Bottom of 4, Select down 3-2 to TopGun 16 National. Kylie again is a 2023 out of Piper, Kansas. Playing catcher today, also is a utility outfielder. Kylie is one of the many, many multi-sport athletes on this team, competing in powerlifting in the winter, and obviously softball in the spring season for her high school. On deck will be Mila Seaton, another one of those multi-sport athletes, just finished her volleyball season at Baser. First pitch swinging, goes down the first base foul territory, and first base makes the out.
That ball was drifting over to the dugout side, but it kind of stopped and fairly routine catch. Just missed it.
Now up is number 9, Mila Seaton, a center fielder, shortstop utility player out of Baser, Kansas, also a 23 graduate. Mila takes first pitch, sends it to shortstop for the second out of the inning.
Was that a changeup?
It looked like it. Off the end of the bat for
Off the end of
Mila.
the bat, she was a little ahead of it. Tad bit off speed and did not get a full swing on it.
Now up is number 2, Madison Walker from Olathe. Madison plays the corners for Select. And is also a 2023 graduate. Madison watches ball 1 changeup on the outside. Seems the TopGun is now having a steady dose of changeups to our hitters.
I'm guessing, and once they start hitting them, that's the way it's going to be.
2 straight balls to Madison.
Haven't seen one come rolling across the plate for a little while, so maybe they took that out.
Fouls it back for strike 2.
In on her hands.
Oh, strike 1, excuse me. Two 1 count. Bottom of 4, Select down 3-2. 2 outs. Pitcher wanted that one, missed inside.
Umpire thought about it for a little while.
Seemed to be a little bit of a hesitation. Hitters count to Madison. Looking to drive something. Same spot, same result.
Same spot, same result. Pitcher won it both times.
2-out walk, never a good thing for a defense. Next up is Kaylee Richardson, number 62 for Select. A pitcher first baseman. And a 2022 graduate.
Excellent time for Kaylee to get one here if she can.
Kaylee with good discipline, knew she didn't want the outside low ball. She's looking for one pitch right now. And she drives one to
there you go.
Right center. Madison rounds 2, goes 3. Kaylee doing a good job of moving the base runner first to third on the
nice
right
two-out
center.
hit. Nice 2-out hit.
Great 2-out hit. Now we need a 2-out hit with runners and scoring, and well, at least one runner anyway. Get something on the board here. Annie Borberg up to bat now for Select. 2 outs on the inning. Runners at first and third.
Ooh.
Takes strike one. That seemed to be a little bit inside and low, but
That
didn't think
seemed
so.
like the same spot that he gave a walk to earlier, but
Oh, Annie lines it to right field.
Yeah,
It gets drops
that's
for
gonna
an
be a run.
RBI. Oh, misplay by right fielder. Gets by her. Kaylee's running 3.
no.
We got a little bit of confusion. What's happening now? Kaylee gets in safe at
Oh,
home.
that was interesting.
And Annie gets a third.
A little bit of confusion on the base runner and
RBI single for Annie Borberg to right. Error on the play. A right fielder scores the
excellent
Kaylee.
2-out hitting.
Select finally coming through with a 2-out hit with base runners on.
And the runner at third.
Costly for TopGun on the. Now up is Kennedy Giddens.
Small
Kennedy.
mistakes.
Oh, just inside the glove of the third baseman. Almost got it by her.
Select got 2 runs back, and now they're up 1, and that's what they really needed. That perfect time to do it.
That should make Mike a little bit happier.
I've never seen him a little bit happier.
This is multiple times through now the lineup for Select defense. It'd be interesting to see who Mike goes with pitching.
Looks like Taylor's still out there.
Taylor's still out there.
Ball in the glove as she's heading to the mound.
I believe that's now 4-3 for the score.
4-3. Yeah.
Going in the top of the 5th.
Top of the 5th.
Select now up.
Really, the innings have gone by pretty quickly. I don't know what we are time-wise.
Well, it was supposed to start at 3:30.
We're about an hour in. Every once in a while you get in these games and you'll have an inning that just drags both top and the bottom, but it hasn't been that way. We've been pretty even all the way through, and the game's clicked right along. I did not catch how many. Is this a timed affair, 70 minutes or 90, or what are we looking at here?
I believe it's 80 minutes, but don't quote me, Chad.
Okay. Well, if it's 80 minutes, I got to think we're 10 minutes away. Still lots of time.
Taylor getting the first batter to chase the inside pitch for strike 1, fouled straight back. Still the same defense for Select. Taylor just missing on the inside. 1-1 count. Top of the 5th inning, no outs on the inning. Select up 4-3 over TopGun 16 National.
Very solid team.
Oh, and the changeup outside. Batter chased. Fouled it off.
She had to reach for that, and by the time she reached for it, she lost all bat speed and really leverage on the ball. Reached way out for it. Great pitch by Taylor.
We'll see if Taylor can put the batter away. The leadoff for the inning. Just a bit outside.
I was hearing Bob Euchre there too. Just a bit outside. As long as Taylor doesn't put on any big thick glasses, we're still okay.
Gets a swinging third strike.
That was a nice pitch.
1 down now on the inning. Next up is a lefty, a 2022, looks like number 2. Taylor is a 2023 from Baser, Kansas, wearing the 11 jersey. She's also a multi-sport athlete, just got done with her volleyball season. First pitch changeup. Nice play by Amanda Knudsen at second to flip it to Katie Gray at first. Great range by Amanda on the play.
She's got wheels, and she didn't try to square up and throw that. She just kind of flipped it back at first and did a perfect job. It was
good job of letting her momentum take her to the bag and make the play.
Great help defense for Taylor, and Amanda made an incredible play.
First pitch inside for the strike. Taylor doing a good job today at the first pitch strikes.
Really, she's been solid all game, I think. And not surprisingly so. And it looks like Kylie is setting up on the inside. So Taylor is hitting her marks.
Kylie's doing a good job of framing and getting behind the ball and giving a good target today, too. Very athletic catcher. Oh, Taylor with the snag at pitching. Fielding the position for 3 outs. Nice job by Select on the inning. 3 up, 3 down. I don't think Mike will
have anything to complain about there, but it won't stop him.
I'm sure he'll find something.
That was a nice half inning.
This inning is sponsored by the first person who buys us the hot dogs.
Or nachos. I'm a fan of nachos. No jalapenos.
Any takers?
And a Mountain Dew. Okay, so no love from Nick. Fine, whatever.
I don't know if you've had a chance, Chad, to visit the restroom facilities, but
I have not. But I'm strongly thinking about it after the game.
Well, the reason I asked is because I don't know if it was on purpose, but it's right next to the concession stand, and they use the same ventilation system. So when you go to the bathroom, it smells like cooked hot dogs. I don't know if it's
as long as it's blowing the right way.
Yeah, I don't know if it's an air freshener they're using or the hot dog ventilation, but it makes you want to go buy one.
How am I supposed to segue from hot dogs in the restroom?
I put you in a tough spot, buddy. Oh. We got to be getting close to the game time. I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen a clock or anybody check a game clock, but with Select being the home team, we're over an hour into this. We're back up to the leadoff.
That was a quick half inning, so we still got quite a bit of time. If it's an 80-minute game.
That's true. Sierra Hoekstra to lead off, number 8, playing third today. Also is a middle infielder. Sierra sent one flying in the first inning. It's a pretty good job as a leadoff to solo home run.
Hard to complain. Well, she tried the changeup.
2 straight balls now to Sierra. Putting herself in a good spot to look for one to drive. Misses inside.
That's 2 misses in the same spot, just about. That one might have been a little bit higher, but from left to right, that was about the same spot.
Sierra has taken the nuclear launch codes from Coach Mike at third. Oh, and watches
That was
ball
up
4.
and in.
Next up for select, 22-23 Byrn out of Lansing, Kansas is number 18, Amanda Knutson.
I'm expecting something here.
They've been doing a lot of offensive base running today. We'll see if there's a hit and run in play or maybe a drop bump for base hit. Oh, pass ball by the catcher. Sierra reads and goes to 2.
I'm not sure that changes anything for Mike. I'm betting he's telling her to send one out.
1-0 count to Amanda. Ooh, looks to square. Reads it as a ball and pulls back. No outs on the inning. Amanda Knutson up to bat. Sierra Hoekstra at second base. Another ball to Amanda.
Great count. This is right where she wants to be.
It's a good part of the lineup for select. Amanda up the bat. Emma up on deck. 2 straight walks.
2 straight walks. Well, if you need to burn a little time, the easiest way to do it is not have to swing your bat.
There you go. See if Mike gets creative here. Emma Durr up the bat now.
I got to think Emma's swinging away.
I would tend to agree. Emma, 22 graduate out of Eudora, Kansas. Squares to bunt. Oh, fouls it off.
She actually, that's surprising.
Emma's a speedster also. You got 3 times the speed right now on the ball field. Probably would have been a ball if she would have pulled back, but infield now playing her in. We'll see what happens. Misses low. 1-1 count. We're here bottom of the 5. Select up 4-3 over the TopGun 16 national team. No outs.
Oh.
Appeared to be low, but
That's tough.
umpire gave the pitcher that strike. 1-2 count now to Emma. Gonna have to fight it off. Just looking to put something in play the right side of the field.
Change up here, Jared.
I would think.
No.
Nope, but missed outside. Emma fighting back to a 2-2 count now. Emma rips it down third base line. Gets the force at 3. And got the double play.
That was a nice play, unfortunately.
Katie Gray up the bat next.
That third baseman basically caught it while she was standing on base. It was really... If she'd been a step away, I don't think she would have got either out. Well,
Yeah.
she might have got first.
2 outs now. Jams Katie on the inside. Pops it up foul to third base for the third out.
We are rolling to the next inning, it looks like.
We are.
That'd be about 80 minutes now, so...
Coach Mike going up to home plate ump. See if there's a substitution in play. It appears we will have a new pitcher.
New pitcher.
Bringing in number 00, the lefty out of Olathe, Sarah Probert, a 2022 graduate.
Definitely a totally different look than Taylor Cruz. Sarah Sarah's motion, or she's lefty. It's totally different. So
a good compliment to the
yes,
the righty.
and I think
Sarah has a good
Taylor go in the
changeup.
outfield.
It's hard to tell at this point. Looks like Mila's still at center. Mila Seaton, number 9 out of Baser, Kansas.
Yeah,
23.
Taylor's might be center.
Pitcher Sarah Proberts is a lefty, again out of Olathe, 22 graduate. She has a screwball, curveball, changeup.
Throws pretty hard.
She does have some good velocity. And of course, I gunned the changeup.
It was a nice changeup, though.
It was very good.
So you know what it's like when she slows it down. We'll see what happens when she speeds it up. And so from that one was 60, and the changeup was 44. So
Yep, 16 mile an hour difference. That's good. And we know she'll be fresh.
Yep. And I don't think 60's her top. I think she gets a little more than that.
I think she's touched 62, 63. But she spins the ball very well.
I watched her a little in the spring, and thought she threw a little more than 60.
First pitch swinging strike for Sarah Proberts. Number 20 to lead off. Actually, it's number 2 with a black electrical tape 0. So I'm assuming that's 20.
Hey, you got to make do. These things happen.
Kylie set up on the inside.
Well, the most interesting thing about that pitch, Jared, was the ball and how it bounced back off the back concrete backstop. Because Kylie didn't move at all, and she just turned, and the ball was right, might as well been at a pitch back for her.
1-1 count now. Swing strike 2. 1-2 count. Sarah definitely has the swagger of a pitcher.
Yes, she does. Taylor is quietly confident. Sarah's confident.
Definitely. Smiling at that pitch. She knew she wanted that one.
Like I said, she's just a totally different look for the batters. Ooh.
Just missing outside. Full count now.
Yeah, I think it did miss, though.
I would agree. Even though we're a little partial, I agree.
Only a little.
Kylie set up on the outside.
Oh, I like that one, though. Might have been a little low.
All right, looks like we're up to leadoff now. Here, top of the 6th inning. Select up 4-3 over TopGun 16 National.
By.
It's 4:43 local time. Game started at 3:30. It was scheduled to start at 3:30. I'm not quite sure if we started a little early or not.
I think it was a few minutes early. It seemed that way. I didn't look, though.
No outs on the inning. Sarah Proberts to pitch. Tries to get the left inside. Kylie throws down. Base runner safe. Tried a back pick to Katie Gray at first.
Not sure the runner really wanted to steal anyway.
There's a strike. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Let's see if Sarah can win this one. 1-1 count. Strike 2.
Another nice pitch.
Hitting that inside corner. Kylie doing a good job framing that. No outs. 1-2 count for Sarah Proberts, the 2022 lefty out of Olathe. Oh, and a chopper up the middle to Emma Durr. Emma transferred to Amanda. Looks like she could have just took that herself and got the double play. Got the force out, though.
Coach Mike won the double play. Definitely could have been something to look for, but the runner's pretty fast. I'm not sure she would have got her even if.
It would have been close.
2 outs, though.
First pitch, drives it up the center field. Amila Seaton gets the out for the second out of the inning.
I'm sorry.
Sarah doing a good job to elevate that.
Yep. Chased it a little bit high and couldn't catch up to it enough to really do much with it. So easy fly for Mila.
Coming into the power part of the lineup for TopGun now. 2 outs. Runner on first. Select still up 1. Top of 6. Sarah just missing inside on the lefty matchup. Gets the lefty to swing, taking a big daddy hack.
She really wanted that.
Be interesting to see. TopGun does have speed on base. Kylie sets up outside. Runner goes, foul ball. Looks like hit and run was in play.
Hit and run was in play, but she could not catch up to Sarah's fastball on that, and was about, 6 feet out of bounds, out of play.
It was a good pitch call and a good pitch location for Sarah. Keep that lefty trying to reach on that outside. Sarah now with a 1-2 count to the lefty power hitter.
Pitcher's count.
2 outs, top of 6th inning. Select up 4-3. Change up, strike 3 for Sarah Probert.
By Sarah Probert. That was, I had her looking the whole time.
Great job by Sarah.
That was pretty. I don't think that one was 44. I think that one was slower.
That was definitely dirty.
It hung. I've seen wallpaper go on slower, really. It was amazing.
Well, looks like we're still playing. Home team select up to bat. Kylie Brockman will be leading off.
In the almost 80-minute range.
I've just been told there's 4 minutes left in the game.
Patience, Kylie.
All right, we're here. Looks like TopGun is still with their same pitcher.
I got to think if Select is patient, then that's at least 4 minutes, worth of batting. As long as they're not swinging on the first pitch every time. Swinging on good pitches only.
Got 2 23s to lead off for Select. Kylie Brockman out of Piper, and then Mila Seaton out of Baser.
This is the same pitcher by TopGun too, isn't it? They haven't changed any.
Same girl the whole time.
Hey, 1 pitch, kid, here we go.
TopGun trying to speed pitch. Kylie fouls it straight back. Tries a changeup, buries it. Mila Seaton being a good sportsman and picking up the ball for the first baseman, even though time is critical at this point. 2-1 count to Kylie Brockman out of Piper, Kansas. Kylie sees it. Oh, she drives it left center. Off the fence.
That was line drive straight back to left center.
Good piece of hit by Kylie Brockman with the double.
That pretty much seals the game, I got to think, at this point. That at bat was 2 or 3 minutes, so
Looks like we're going to have a base running substitution for the catcher. Allie Miller, also out of Olathe. I believe Olathe West. She's helping out from the 15s this weekend's tournament.
Kylie hit that particular pitch about as well as you could hit a ball. She did exactly what she had to with it. Now runners in scoring position, no outs, perfect leadoff hit.
Mila up to bat now out of Baser, Kansas, at 2023. Playing center field today.
Probably only a minute left. Maybe I'll get a chance to go visit.
Pitch is behind Mila. Maybe it was a pitch out.
Concession stand.
Where that kid, where?
2-0 count to Mila, the 2023 Baser Bobcat. Just finished up her volleyball season with teammate Taylor Cruz. Jams Mila on the inside to first base for the
Moves her to third.
first
though.
out and moves the base runner. You're right. 1 out on the inning.
Be nice to get another run.
Mike would definitely appreciate that. Now up is also Olathe West, Madison Walker, number 2, a 2023 graduate.